Good morning everyone and welcome to the class. We are doing the chapter Challenges of Nation Building, and under this chapter we are discussing what challenges the country was facing at the time of independence. And in this regard we have seen that there were main three challenges. And the first challenge was the challenge of nation building, and the second challenge was about the establishment of a democratic government, and the third challenge was about the bringing economic development with social justice. And the first chapter which we are discussing right now, this chapter deals with the first and one of the most important challenges of that time, that is challenge of nation building. And as I told you in the previous class that we are going to discuss three challenges under this challenge. The first challenge is partition and the problems which were associated with the problems of partition. Then the second challenge was the integration of princely states, and the third challenge was the reorganization of states. So today in the previous class we have done up to this, and now we are going to discuss about the partition. As I told you, we have done this also in the previous class, how India got partitioned in the 3rd June Mountbatten Plan of 3rd June. This partition of India was given a concrete shape, and we find that there was provision for division of the country by this Act of 1947, Indian Independence Act of 1947, which gave India independence, as well as it was also for the partition of the country. And in this regard we have seen that the two nation theory, which was advanced by Muslim League, that was mainly responsible for the partition of the country, because it was the opinion of the Muslim League that Hindus and Muslims are not only two different people, but they are two different nations because of different religion, and two different two people belonging to different religions cannot live in a single nation. For these two people who belong to different religions, there was requirement of two nation, and this is the two nation theory of Muslim League. And then we see that the country was partitioned, but at the same time it was not an easy task. The decision was taken that the country will be partitioned, but we find some problems in this process of partition. And what were these problems? The first and the most important problem which the country faced at that time is that India and Pakistan, the division was very difficult to decide, though it was very painful emotionally. If we see, it was very painful, but apart from that emotional part, we can see that there was problems in practical implementation of this process of partition. Also there were some problems, like the main problem was that in the areas where the Muslim in majority would make up the territory of Pakistan, it was decided है ना, जहाँ भी मुस्लिम्स मेजॉरिटी में है वो पाकिस्तान का हिस्सा बनेंगे, and the rest was to stay with India. But here what the problem was that there was no single belt of Muslim majority areas in British India. It was not like that only all the Muslims were concentrated at one place only, है ना. So there was no single belt of Muslim majority areas in British India. Actually we can see that there were two areas of concentration. One was in the west and one was in the east. So we see that how these two parts, which are not with each other, they are separated by Hindu majority land, how these two parts will be considered as one country. So there was no way these two parts could be joined. So what was decided that the new country Pakistan, which is going to be created, will comprise two territories. Okay, it will be in two parts, West and East Pakistan, and this West and East Pakistan will be separated by a long expanse of Indian territory, है ना. जैसे हमारा बीच में इंडिया है और इधर पाकिस्तान, इधर पाकिस्तान, है ना. दिस इज वेस्ट पाकिस्तान, दिस इज इंडिया एंड दिस इज ईस्ट. ओके, तो वेस्ट पाकिस्तान और ईस्ट पाकिस्तान के बीच में हमारा इंडिया का पार्ट है. तो इस तरह से इट वॉज डिसाइडेड कि इंडिया जो है इस तरह से पाकिस्तान का क्रिएशन होगा. नाउ द सेकेंड प्रॉब्लम, दिस वॉज द फर्स्ट प्रॉब्लम विच वॉज सॉल्व. नाउ वी सी द सेकेंड प्रॉब्लम. द सेकेंड प्रॉब्लम वॉज दैट ऑल द मुस्लिम मेजॉरिटी एरियाज डिड नॉट वॉन्ट to be in Pakistan. There were many Muslim majority areas who wanted to be with India only. Like we see the NWFP, North Western Frontier Provinces. Northwestern frontier provinces, this was the reason which was Muslim majority reason, but we find that the people of this region were not supporting the idea of this two nation theory, and the leader, the undisputed leader of this region was Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan. Who is also known as Frontier Gandhi, and he was the undisputed leader of Northwestern Frontier Province. So we see that under the leadership of Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan, there were people, Muslim people, who did not wanted to, who were not in support of the two nation theory. But finally, the voice of Khan Abdul Ghaffar Khan was ignored, and the NWFP was made to merge with Pakistan. So this was also one of the problem where we find that the Muslim majority areas were also not ready. Happily, they were not ready to accept this two nation theory. Okay, and now we come to the third problem. The third problem was about the two Muslim majority provinces of British India. These two Muslim majority provinces were Punjab and Bengal. So what we find that these two British provinces were such areas where Muslims were in a majority, these were Muslim majority provinces. But at the same time we find that in these two provinces, non-Muslim were also in majority. It's not that only Muslims were there in the whole province. Muslims were also in majority, but non-Muslims were also there. So it was really difficult to decide how these two provinces would be made a part of Pakistan. So finally it was decided that these two provinces will be bifurcated. Bifurcation is division into two parts. This is bifurcation. When we divide anything in two parts, we call it bifurcation. So it was decided that Punjab and Bengal will be bifurcated. Okay? And how it will be, these two regions, these two provinces will be bifurcated. These two regions will be bifurcated according to the religious majority. Okay, according to the religious majority at the district or even lower level. जैसे रिलीजियस मेजॉरिटी डिस्ट्रिक्ट वाइज और भी उसके नीचे जो ब्लॉक्स होते हैं, विलेजेस होते हैं, उन सब के हिसाब से ये देखा जाएगा कि कौन से रिलीजन के लोग मेजॉरिटी में हैं, और देन अकॉर्डिंगली इसका डिवीज़न करने का डिसीज़न लिया गया. एंड इट वाज रियली वेरी डिफ़िकल्ट डिसीज़न and very complicated decision. And what we see that by the midnight of 14-15 August, the division of Bengal and Punjab was not finalized. And you will be really surprised to know, and we can say that it was a very painful experience for the people of these two provinces, that there was a large number of people who did not know on the day of independence whether they were in India or Pakistan. They belonged to which country, they were not knowing. Okay, so this was the plight of the people. The freedom for which they were fighting for the last 100 years, and now when they got independence, they are not knowing they are belonging to which country. So we see that the partition of actually these two provinces caused the deepest trauma of partition. जो कुछ भी कहानियाँ, जो कुछ भी हम पढ़ते हैं, जानते हैं, सुनते हैं पार्टीशन के बारे में, जो ट्रॉमा हुआ, वो ट्रॉमा इन्हीं दो रीजन्स के, इन्हीं दो प्रोविंसेस के लोगों को झेलना पड़ा. So this was the third problem. Now we see there was some other problems also, like we see the problem of minorities on both sides of the border. दोनों तरफ minorities है. अगर हम इंडिया में देखें तो मुस्लिम्स वर इन माइनॉरिटी, और अगर हम पाकिस्तान में देखें तो हिंदूज़ वेर इन माइनॉरिटी, है ना. लाखों की संख्या में कैन से हिंदूज़ एंड सिख्स इन lakhs of number were now in Pakistan, and likewise in India also lakhs of Muslims were on the Indian side of Punjab and Bengal, है ना. And some of them were in Delhi also, in some other areas also. So now these minorities in both countries, they found themselves trapped हो गए, जैसे वो फंस गए हों. And now they were to discover they were undesirable aliens in their own home. जिस जगह पे वो उनके ancestors रहते आए, generations से जिस जगह पे वो रहते आए, अचानक से the place becomes foreign for them. They become alien for the people of that region, है ना. इस तरह की कंडीशन हो जाती है कि अचानक से आपको ये पता चलता है कि आप जिस घर में आपके पूर्वज रहते आ रहे हैं, जिस जगह पे आपके जनरेशन्स पीछे से रहते आ रहे हैं, अचानक से उसी जगह पर आपको एलियन, अनवांटेड, अनडिज़ायरेबल एलियन, एक ऐसा एलियन जिसको लोग नहीं चाहते हैं कि वो यहाँ पर रहे, बल्कि पीपल आर ऑफ द ओपिनियन दैट दे शुड लीव द प्लेस एट वंस, है ना. तो जिस जगह पे वो जनरेशन से रहते आ रहे हैं, वो जगह उनमें वो खुद अपने ही घर में अनडिज़ायरेबल एलियंस बन जाते हैं. दिस वॉज द प्लाइट ऑफ minority which they were facing not only in India but also in Pakistan. And when it became completely clear that the country is going to be partitioned, what happened that the minorities on both sides became easy targets of attacks. Both sides of the border they were targeted. इंडिया में मुस्लिम्स और पाकिस्तान में हिंदूज़ एंड सिख्स वेयर टारगेटेड. ओके, एंड the problem which started with the minorities, and no one imagined, no one, we can say, anticipated what will be the scale of this problem, है ना. No one has any plan for handling this situation, how this situation will be handled. Initially the political leaders were also of the opinion that violence is temporary and it will be in control very soon, but very soon what we find, the violence went completely out of control. So the minorities were left with no option except to leave their homes, because if they are still living at that place, then they will become target of the people of the majority community. So this was the plight of the minority. So this was also one of the most important problem which was associated with the process of partition. So we have discussed the problem which were associated with the process of partition. The first is the Muslim concentrated area was not in a single belt, they were separated from each other. Then the second is that there were many Muslim majority areas who did not wanted to adopt this two-nation theory. Then the third problem was how to divide the two Muslim majority provinces of British India, that is Punjab and Bengal. And the last problem was the problem of minorities. And now we switch to the new topic, and that is consequences of partition. So the consequences of partition were very painful. First of all, we see that because of partition, what happened, that displacement of population took place, and our population, minority population from both the sides started to leave their place, and they started to reach their new own country. तो पहला consequence यही है कि displacement हुआ, and this displacement this displacement of population was totally unplanned. There was no planning at all about how the people will move from this side to that side, and this was the most abrupt, unplanned, and we can say the tragic transfer of population that human history has known. Human history में इस तरह का ट्रांसफ़र ऑफ पॉपुलेशन नहीं हुआ था जो उस समय हमारी कंट्री में हुआ. And the result was killing and atrocities on both sides of the border. People were killed in the name of religion. That is really horrible to imagine. People of one community ruthlessly killed and maimed people of other community. And we see that some of the cities like Lahore, Amritsar, Kolkata, they divided into communal zones. Communal zones, it means that the zones were belonging to a particular community only. Like we see that Muslims would avoid going into an area where mainly Hindus or Sikhs lived, and in the similar way the Hindus and Sikhs stayed away from areas of Muslim dominance. So this was the consequence of this partition, displacement of population and large scale killing and violence. Okay. Okay, and now we see that people were forced to abandon their homes, है ना. उनको ज़बरदस्ती इस बात के लिए कंपेल किया गया कि वो अपने घर को छोड़ दें और ये कंट्री छोड़ के वो दूसरी कंट्री, अगर जैसे यहाँ पर जो मुस्लिम्स हैं उनको फोर्स किया गया कि वो अपना घर छोड़ के दूसरी पाकिस्तान चले जाएं. जो पाकिस्तान में हिंदूज़ थे और सिख्स थे उनको इस बात के लिए फ़ोर्स किया गया कि वे वहाँ पाकिस्तान छोड़ के, पाकिस्तान में जो भी उनके एंसेस्ट्रल प्रॉपर्टी है, हाउस है, सबको छोड़ करके वो इंडिया आ जाए, है ना. तो दोनों ही साइड पे हम देखते हैं कि जो माइनॉरिटीज़ थे वो उन्होंने अपने घर को छोड़ा, और उसके बाद जब वो बॉर्डर क्रॉस करके दूसरी तरफ आते हैं तो उनको रेफ्यूज़ी कैंप्स में रहना पड़ा, बिकॉज they are coming to a new place, and obviously the government of this new country is not in a condition to provide them all the facilities at once, so they had to take shelter in refugee camps. And many times they found that the local administration and the police was completely unhelpful. They are not helping them, and many times when they were attacked also, from when they were moving from this side to that side, they were attacked, killed, raped. So thousands of women were abducted on both sides of the border. This is not the case with only with the Hindu women, but the same thing was happened with the women on both sides of the border. And not only this, they were made to convert to the रिलीजन ऑफ द एब्डक्टर. जो भी जिसने भी उनको एब्डक्ट किया है उसके रिलीजन में चेंज करने के लिए उनको फोर्स किया गया, उनको फोर्सफुली उनकी शादी करवाई गई. और कई केसेस में तो ऐसा भी दिखता है जहाँ पर कि अपने ही फैमिली मेम्बर्स ने फैमिली ऑनर के नाम पे ऑनर किलिंग जिसको कहते हैं, ऑनर किलिंग कर दिया वुमेन का, जिसको एब्डक्ट करके सपोज़ किसी दूसरी धर्म के लोगों ने एब्डक्ट किया और फिर उसका फोर्सफुली शादी करवा दिया, तो उसका धर्म चेंज हो गया. तो ऐसे कंडीशन में ऑनर किलिंग्स भी की गई बाय द फैमिली मेम्बर्स ओनली. सो इस तरह से वुमेन को बहुत कुछ झेलना पड़ा. नॉट ओनली दिस, चिल्ड्रन वेयर ऑल्सो suffered a lot because many children were separated from their parents. जब वो डिस्प्लेसमेंट हो रहा है उसी में राइट्स हो रहे हैं, किलिंग्स हो रहा है, वायलेंस हो रहा है, कई सारे बच्चे अपने पेरेंट्स से सेपरेट हो गए. And we see that they were not if they successful in crossing the border, then also they had no home to live in, है ना. And we see that lakhs of refugees for these people who left their home and now they are in a new place. For them, what was the meaning of independence or freedom? The meaning of independence was that life in refugee camps for sometimes for months, sometimes for years. So this was the condition of the people. So second point we can give is the plight of women and children. And now we see the third consequence of this partition. So at the same time we find that there were writers, poets and filmmakers in both the countries who were really moved by this partition, by the violence, by the suffering of the people, and they started to express this ruthlessness of the killing and the suffering of displacement and violence in their novels, in their stories, in their poems, in their movies. So this is also one of the consequences where we find that the trauma of partition was expressed through books and novels and movies. So this is also important, and up to now, even today, we find such books and we find such movies and TV serials which are based on the concept on the this idea of partition. So that is also one of the important consequences of partition. Trauma of partition. was expressed by the authors, poets, this point can be supported by some examples also. The poem written by Faiz Ahmed Faiz, The Dawn of Freedom, which expresses the trauma and the violence and the killings of this partition. So, Dawn of Freedom, written by Faiz Ahmed Faiz. Then Amrita Pritam, she has also written a beautiful poem, Today I Call Waris Shah. So these are the we can say expression of the people who are very emotional people, who are traumatized by this violence, and they express this trauma in their creative works. Like one movie is there, Garm Hawa, which was we see that the director was M.S. Sathu, and this was released in the year 1973. There are many numbers of movies. आज भी हमारे सामने इस तरह की मूवीज़ और टेलीविज़न सीरियल्स हम जानते हैं, ऐसे बुक्स हैं. तो ये सारे जो है वो क्रिएटिव एक्सप्रेशन है of the trauma of partition. So this is the third consequence of partition. And now we see the fourth consequence of partition. Partition was not only the division of properties, liabilities and assets, but it was the division of political division of the country, and the administrative apparatus was also divided among these two countries. We see that the financial assets were also divided, and things like table, chair, typewriter, paper clips, books, musical instrument of the policeman, everything was divided between these two countries. And not only this, we find that the employee of the government and the railways were also divided, and we see that the people who used to live together, now they were two different countries. So it was everything was divided. So this is the fourth consequence. So the division of administrative apparatus. Okay. And now we see the fifth consequence. What we find that the division of India was done on the religious basis. It was said by Muslim League that the country has two different people belonging to two different religions, so there must be two different nations. But what we find that even after this partition, there was Muslim population in India and there was a Hindu population in Pakistan. So it came to be noticed that this kind of division is not practically possible. What we find that in newly created India, the Muslim population was 12% of the total population in 1951. So now these Muslims were considered as minorities. They are minorities because their number is less. and in the similar way we find that Hindus were in minority in Pakistan. So in our country we find that our leaders were of the opinion that the country must promote diversity, and for that purpose only we have adopted the secularism. We will continue with this fifth point in the next class.